New construction tours. I know you guys love these. And so here I am in one of the hottest, and when I say hot, like brand new, like they still building across the street, new construction locations here in East Atlanta, in Chosewood Park, a growing area as what I like to call like the Grant Park spillover, as places like Summerhill and areas like that develop. This is right next to Summerhill. Literally all the Summerhill fun stuff is maybe not a 10-minute drive from here. So I'm gonna take you on a tour around this amazing new construction by Toll Brothers, Nolyn Pointe. We have 16 single family homes, 14 are left, and there's some new stuff happening across the street as well. I'll give you a little sneak peek of the construction because there's literally nothing to see there yet, but some cool stuff anyway, just to kind of get an idea of what's happening in the area. So we're gonna take a look at a staged furnished model and a non-furnished model so you can get an idea of what the specs are like. All the homes are already done, everything's moving ready. So you know if you have any questions, holla at your girl. Let's take a look. Okay, so for funsies, because I like the color, I literally have no other reason than that. Let's take a look in this sort of blue gray one. I really enjoy this color. I mean, it stands out too because each house is a slightly different shade, which I think is kind of fun. So here you're seeing the garage side of the home. So you're gonna have that little balcony there, a 2-car garage. So it's 3 stories, which is pretty popular right now in construction in Atlanta. You're looking at 0 lot line. The HOA is fairly low, I believe 125, and that covers all the external maintenance. You are on your own for, you know, internal stuff and the exterior building, roof and all that. So we're gonna walk around now so you can see some of the outside stuff here. This is really nice. I'm enjoying the, I don't know, I like the height. It's cool, and those nice high windows. This is an interesting little feature that we have here. With the stonework. And then I enjoy this like neighborhood kind of feel that you're gonna see here. And you see just in general, the neighborhood is, you know, we have some new construction here across the street, another home. Maybe I'll see if I can get a tour of that one. It's under contract, so guess not. But yeah, looking good. So let's take a look inside. So we're gonna look at an unfurnished model first, so you can get an idea of just the scale. So here we go. So beautiful, beautiful. Loving the open plan. You know, they got all the stuff we were asking for. So you have, you know, could make this a dining area. And then we've got Whirlpool appliances, a very fancy, let's see what we got here. We got reheat, center heat, so yeah, fancy microwave drawer. Let's see what that's about. I don't know if y'all saw that. Microwave drawer. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, cool. Wonder if that makes it a little easier to clean. Interesting. So that's neat. And then we've got storage. All right, let's do the test. What I'm always looking for, soft close. I should point out that the finishes are not identical on any of the units. So this one looks like this, but the one next door inside could look different. So we have, you know, a washer, very nice deep wide sink. I think could hold 2 turkeys. Refrigerator, again, not standard. Here we have an electric fireplace. It's already set up for TV and fun things of that nature. So take a look there, see? Ready to go. Tile work all the way up to the ceiling, and that matches the tile work that's in the kitchen backsplash. So that's pretty nice. Got some really cool light fixtures here. Nice closet. We all know how I feel about storage. You guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about storage, but you know, it matters. like things to look neat and organized. So this is that balcony that we saw that was right above the garage. And we have a half bath right here. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, let's see. We're fully in pollen season here in Atlanta. Yay. So fun times there. But so ignore that lovely pollen because it's just part of the life. But here you go. This is actually pretty roomy. Like you could have like some nice size furniture out here. I want to say, all right, hang on. Okay, so I am 5'4", so it's probably 5'2" across. Yeah, so spacious, roomy. We've got LED lights here on the ceiling, so that's good. You won't be having to change those bulbs with anything resembling frequency. All right, so let's go. Y'all, look at the pantry. The pantry makes me very happy. I enjoy this. Could be like really organized. I feel like this is giving, you could go on Pinterest and actually have space to do all the inspo. All right, so let's head downstairs, see what's happening here. All right, so you can see that this one has had LVP flooring all throughout so far. Some of the units are gonna have carpet, so we have just some, I have a home for the Christmas decorations. Very exciting. Nice. So Christmas decor, we got sorted. Always important. I gotta know where I'm putting my Christmas decorations. Okay, so here we have a bedroom with a very nice walk-in closet. And, oh, very nice. We've got tile all the way up to the ceiling for the shower. And we have a single sink, but lots of storage. Very, very nice. And that's, yeah, and a place to sit. If you know, you know. That's kind of important. Cool. Hello. Oh, this is interesting. Nice little feature here, deep. Okay, and then you're looking out onto the driveway there. So yeah, because this is the corner unit. So this is pretty roomy. This is a good sized bedroom. There's a lot of room here. All right. So, and then we're gonna, what else we got? We have some more closet space. You could do a little like bench here to put shoes and book bags and work bags and things of that nature. Another good sized closet. Y'all, they are speaking my storage language, let me tell you. All right, and then let's see the, all right, so good sized water heater here. What we're looking at? 50 gallon, okay, decent size. There's your breaker box. So yeah, a little utility area. And then really big, let me turn on some lights for us so you can see. All right, so good sized garage, and then by some sort of default, I guess, storage space here in the corner. So yeah, definitely looking good. Turn off these lights. Okay, so now we're gonna head back up to the top floor and see what's happening with the rest of the bedrooms. Because again, this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. That's standard for all of the properties here. So we're here on the landing. You have a little sort of space right here. I think this is our primary suite. So we have 2 sinks, good amount of drawers there, little washroom, very nice big standing shower. So just a bigger version of the one that was downstairs. So that's nice. Similar tile concept throughout, which I think does bring things together, like design-wise. And a nice tub with a beautiful window. Very nice. So I need this closet. I'm just gonna leave it there. So this is interesting, right? Because it's his and hers, or hers and hers, or his and his, whatever whoever you are. But both individuals can have their own separate closet space, which I think that's kind of creative. That's fun that they did that. And I like having light in the closet. I do think it kind of feels less, I don't know, confined, like a prison. And then you have this whole wall here. So there's that window and lots of room. My shoes could live here happily, I think. Very nice. Cool. Okay. So, hi friends. Let us see what else is going on up here. So we've got our everyone has to wash clothes room, laundry room right here. Definitely loads of room for space for good size washer dryer and some storage above. All right, so the 2 secondary bedrooms on this floor. This one I think is probably the smaller of the 2, overlooking that main driveway area. Got your closets. So yeah, pretty standard. Bedroom, guest room, you know, home office, kids room. And you have a linen closet right there. So here's the 3rd bathroom. And hello. So single sink, again, tile all the way to the ceiling, which I think is always, it's just a touch that I think makes everything look bigger and brings the eye up. So I really like when builders do that. And yeah, so this is maybe a suggestion larger than the other room. I mean, we're talking a few inches here. Not a massive difference, but yes, still, this is not a small room. Slightly larger closet. Cool. Alrighty, so now we're gonna head on over to the furnished model and take a look at that. Okay, so this is the outside of the furnished model. So it's also a fun like blue-gray color. There's your 2-car garage right there. And you see they've put a little bit of furniture. We'll go take a look at that. The outside, nice big long windows, which I think are pretty cool. And you have this little walkway right here. So I was talking about there being some new construction happening across the street. So it's also Toll Brothers. They are being super top secret about what's coming. All I know is it's gonna be a combination of townhomes and single level condo style units. So it's gonna be like a variety, a little bit more mixed than these single family homes that we have right here. So I would definitely say if single family is what you want and you wanna be in East Atlanta, then you may need to come check this out. Holla at me, I'll get that sorted for you, because you know, the single family vibe is also a vibe, but you may also be into townhomes, which is a growing part of the market here in Atlanta for sure. East Atlanta, definitely. All right, so let's go inside and look at the fancy staged model. Okay, so there's a car in here, which I think is nice because you can actually get an idea when we say 2-car garage, how big are the cars. So you've got a Countryman, lots of room there. Again, there's all the hookups for all the things. Okay, thought I'd have a seat at this fantastic 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-seater dining table. So you can have an idea of like scale, right? Like how much can you fit in the space and still have room. So it's pretty nice. Their stage was really good, just gonna say. Anyhow, so what we're looking at, so we're in Chosewood Park, I mentioned that already. We're looking at 2779 square feet, so just under 2,800 square feet, so good size. Again, as I said, these are single families. We've got 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. They're all 3 levels and 2-car garage. In terms of schools, there is Benteen Elementary School, Martin Luther King Middle, and Maynard Jackson High are all the schools that are close by. There are a couple other really good charter schools that are not too far away, if that's something that is of importance to you. East Atlanta Village is right there. As I said earlier, Summerhill is right there. Grant Park also right there. Brownsville Park and Grant Park both have really nice parks. The airport is, 15 minutes from here. The Beacon's nearby, love the Beacon. Pond City Market again. Edgewood, which is such a cute little area. Lots of places to eat. There's a lot of good food like in Grant Park. Grant Park and Summerhill right now are probably 2 of my favorite places to go out to eat. And then the zoo's nearby, Lakewood Amphitheater. Can you imagine you can go to all the shows at Lakewood and just walk or ride your bike there? Like you wouldn't even have to drive. That's pretty exciting. Boulevard Crossing Park is nearby, South Bend Park, there's this really cool park, like 10 minutes that way. I think it's called Doll's Head Trail. It's a fun little walk. I really enjoyed that one. There are a couple golf courses nearby as well, because there's this one, but there's another one that way, I think like a little north of here. I'm pointing directions like y'all have any idea where I'm sitting, like you're not sitting, somewhere else is not here as I'm giving you directions. But my point is that I really like this area. There's a lot of fun stuff to do, a lot of like proximity to a lot of things, but it still feels really chill and quiet right here, which is one of my favorite things about Atlanta, that you're gonna find these nice little pockets in the city. Like you're legit in the city in terms of proximity for, amenities and things to do and shopping and all that stuff, but you can still feel like you're not in the middle of all the sound and the noise. So I really like that. This is also a more historic part of the city, so you're gonna have houses with a little more character around you, a little bit more personality, neighborhoods that feel more like neighborhoods. So definitely something to look into. Again, if you're interested, Nolyn Pointe, holla at your girl. Here's all my information. And thank you so much for joining me. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and ding ding that little alarm bell. All right, I will see you guys on the next video.